Well, hey, I'm Sean Derrick, your local real estate agent here in Northern Virginia with the 1245 team. Thanks for joining us on our very first episode of Meet Our Vendors, and we're going to talk about painting today. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about Paint the DMV. What do you guys do?
So we're a residential painting business in Northern Virginia. We do interior and exterior painting. So for the interior, we would focus on any repairs that need to be made, make sure the walls look nice, and then put on whatever colors you prefer on them so that you feel like it's your home. Or before selling it, neutralize it so that people can see themselves in it. And then for exteriors, we do a lot of basically, I like to think of it as weatherproofing. Ultimately, that's what paint is for exteriors. Mm-hmm. So your caulking, your wood rot repair, your prepping, your sealing, sanding, priming, puttying, all that your house needs to be weather resistant.
Personalize yourself a little bit, Marvin. When did you get into this business? Tell us a little bit about the business as a whole.
Yeah, so we've been in business for about 5 years now. We started in summer of 2019, so just a few months before COVID hit. Thankfully, we were able to weather that storm as a new business, and we are currently at 5 full-time painters and a help/sales associate that is training under me currently and really helps me get a lot done.
Okay, so 5 full-time painters. Mm-hmm. All right, that's awesome. So out of curiosity, how many jobs can you typically have going on a given week?
So on a given week, we probably have about 6 jobs going. Yeah, most jobs tend to be anywhere from 1 to 3 days, but you do get longer jobs, let's say a whole interior repaint, ceilings, walls, trim, closets for a 3,500 square foot home. Mm-hmm. You know, that's going to take a crew of 4 or 5 painters about 6-7 days to complete.
Okay. No, that's helpful. All right, so I want to make sure you heard that. So a 3,500 square foot home, top to bottom, mm-hmm. ceiling, trim, mm-hmm. plan a week.
Yeah.
Of you guys in there 8 hours a day?
Yeah, 8 hours a day. We typically get there by 8, and then we wrap up about 3:34.
So should people go on vacation during that time, or
if you want,
cook you meals while you're painting?
No. If you want, we find most people stay in the home, and we just work with you to figure out, like, can we do the basement at this time? Then once the basement's done, can we go upstairs and which rooms are best? We try and always get the bedrooms that you're sleeping in and the kitchen done in the same day that we start it, so that you get that back overnight.
Okay, absolutely. A lot of people paint.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, a lot of companies, painting will be out of, one of the bajillion of things they say they do. And so it sounds like you are looking to master the craft of painting.
Yes.
But a lot of sellers think they can paint.
Right.
And they can.
They can.
So what's the difference? Like what is how do you know or judge a quality? Because you're a paint snob.
Yeah.
he just owned it. So when you walk into a home, like, what's a quality paint job?
So anybody can paint. That is true. What you'll find though is that, and I hear this all the time, is I started, but it was a lot messier than I thought it was going to be. You're going to get, if you don't know how to handle the brush and the roller, you're going to get paint drops and paint splatter all over yourself and all over your furniture and your floors. And it also takes a lot of time. It takes a lot longer than you think to make sure the walls are prepped properly. Painting is kind of the final step. Before you paint, you have to do a lot of mudding or drywall work so that.
All right, so keep talking about this, because I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. So if a project's going to take 5 days, how much of that time is actually prepping?
If it's a 5-day project, you're probably going to do an entire day prepping. Yeah.
Okay.
And we normally have one guy going around doing all the drywall work and people kind of rolling in behind him. But if we were just going to do a 5-day job, if it was completely empty, no one's in there, then it would probably be an entire day of prepping. Yeah,
Okay.
an entire day of repairing cracks, repairing nail pops, repairing, little holes, divots, blemishes. You don't just go over it. Mudding is the hard part about painting. It really is what's the hardest about painting. A lot of people just, who aren't experienced will put kind of a thick glob of mud over it,
Or
sand
toothpaste.
it down.
I'm pretty sure people have used toothpaste before.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. Trust me. But you really have to go over a patch at least twice, but most often you're going to want to go over it at least 3 times and feather it out before you sand it down. It makes your life a lot easier. It makes the wall look a lot better. And that's kind of where you really do need experience. I have tried my hand at it. I'm fairly good at it, but the guys on the crew are way better than I am.
Okay. So are you boots on ground painting with the guys, or are you just gonna
Sometimes
oversee
if
the
I need
business?
to, if we need to just stay on schedule, then I'll do what I can. I'll come help the guys. I'll go run paint for them and stuff. But primarily I'll be there in the mornings to set the crew up, make sure we're all on the same page, and then they'll be there rocking and rolling.
Okay. So what would be a proper expectation for those that are watching? Like, they give you a call, they say, hey, I'd love an estimate. What does it look like from then on?
So I'll take a look at my schedule, and we could find a time within the next 2 or 3 days that I could come out and take a look at it with you. Estimates normally, they're all free. I do them all, for free, just so that we can meet up and I could take a look at it with you. And they take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on, what it is that you want to get done. I'll write all my notes down, and then I go back home and type it all up and email it back out to you.
Okay. So I'm going to ask a question that you're going to hate answering. Okay. I'm just preparing you for a moment. 1,000 square foot home, 3 bed, 2 bath, very basic. Ceilings, trim, and walls. Though it's only a year old. So there's very little prep work, right?
Yeah.
Basic caulking maybe, right? But super basic,
Right.
but very little prep work. What range, not again, this is not like exact, but like what kind of range should somebody think about, hey, you're probably going to need to have at least a budget of?
I'd say anywhere from 2,400 to 3,200, depending on what paint you want. Obviously, we use Sherwin-Williams for all of our paints, but they have several different paints that they sell. Emerald being their top of the line paint, going all the way down to their builder grade stuff.
Okay.
So a gallon of paint, that'll be anywhere from $15 to $60 a gallon, depending on what you go with. But a job like that will take a crew of 3 painters 2 days to complete. So you're looking at about 48 man hours of labor.
Oh, dude, you answered that amazing. So 48 hours of man labor, and a seller who's at work, doing work, trying to paint on the weekends. That's going to take you months and months and months.
Yes, it is.
And sometimes you miss the market.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're happy to give free estimates, to be able to give consultations to folks when they're thinking about painting, which is awesome. So what sets you apart? Like, there's a lot of painters out there. What sets you apart?
So I think my warranties are real big. I think I'd say most painters out there don't offer warranties, but I'm fairly confident in what I do. So for interiors, we do a 1-year warranty on interiors. So if you need any paint touch-ups, the paints that we choose are washable, so you should be able to get any smudges out of your wall just with a little water, a little dish soap or something. But if for some reason there's a stain that you can't get out, you let me know. I'll send a guy back over there and he'll repaint the wall for you. I also offer a free hole repair. So if after we leave, something happens, you get your floors done, or you're moving some things around, little kids are running around, they accidentally make a hole in the wall. Same thing, let me know, and I'll send a guy back over there. He'll fix it within a couple hours.
So how big of a hole are we talking about?
12 by 12, so about,
a foot.
something like that. A guy can get that done in about 2 hours or so.
What? Do you see that? Do people put
No, not
12-inch holes in
No,
walls?
but sometimes if you have a plumber come by and they have to cut out
Okay.
something, so if we just painted
Yeah.
your house and a month later you have a leak, which we've seen, and then you have to get the plumber out there, they have to
Gotcha.
cut a hole in your ceiling, then you have to call us back, and we were already there. We've basically done 99% of it already. It's quick and easy for us to just take care of that for you. And then I do a price guarantee on all my jobs too. So, if I bid it wrong, if it takes more material than I bid, if it takes more labor than I bid, that's my fault. That's not going to reflect on you or the price, and it's not going to increase. For exteriors, I do a 2-year exterior warranty on any cracking, peeling, flaking, bubbling paint. Honestly, if any of that does happen, you're going to see it after the first rainfall or two. But if it happens later down the road, just let me know. I send a guy back over there. He'll take care of it for you. It's no problem at all.
That's awesome. That is a huge benefit and a huge service. All right, y'all. We hope that you find great value in this, because having trusted resources, go-to contacts like Marvin are important to, one, for you, for the sale, but also to kind of have your own network. So give Marvin a call if you want to learn any more information about his services, and let us know how we can serve you if anything comes up. God bless.